Hey guys, so it's normal is the attitude, and guys, it's just the way to go. So we're here with Big Dog JT. We've been talking, for a while, and he's been doing DoorDash for 2 years. So kind of just decided we should just collab and just make a video, out here in the day in the life of a DoorDash driver, and he's gonna get into the rest. So, kind of just tell the people who you are and how long you've been doing this, and do you like DoorDash?
Well, I've been doing it for about a year and a half. I would say close to a year and a half. In the beginning, I didn't do that much of it, but since Corona happened, I had to kind of live off the gig economy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's a decent amount of money. You just have to know where to go and what areas are the most busiest and where you'll get the most tip. So right now we're in North Jersey area, right?
Yeah.
But there's always a area in all different types of in all different states, that
Yeah.
you can go to around your house or some busy locations.
Yeah.
But you have to basically find the environment that you want to work in. See how the cities are. Are they good tipping cities? Because there's some cities in New Jersey actually that you will probably not get that much tip at all.
Yeah.
So you're most likely not going to be making that much money if you go around those cities.
Yeah.
So you just gotta do your research. I would say if you're starting off as a new dasher, just do your research for like 2 weeks. Maybe scan the area, work in different areas, see where you'll get your best money at, and just go from there.
All right. I mean, main two questions at the end of the day are like, how much time you're spending doing this and how much money you're making. Obviously, if you don't want to disclose that information, that's fine. But on average, how long do you spend, a week or in a day doing DoorDash?
Well,
how long do you see yourself? Yeah.
Well, it's the good thing about DoorDash is you can pick your own time and your hours. So if you just decide, okay, I want to go to work right now, you can find a place that's open, just start working right then and there. And there's no limit, like, okay, you get tired within 6 hours, you can just end your dash and then go home. But more recently, I've been working mostly 5 days a week, 5, 6 maybe, like 8 hours every day.
Okay, so that's probably in a week, in a day. So on average, weekly, how much would you say
that's also this ain't, well, for DoorDash, it's not going to be hourly pay, right? Some days are going to be better than the others, depending on what orders you get, how big the orders are. I would say, okay, let's start with the most I've ever made. I've made like $230.
Oh wow, in a day?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But like I said, you have to do your research, find your the best place that you want to go to, where there's multiple restaurants and they're always booming around dinner time, especially. As a dasher, most of your money will come during dinner time, which is like, I would say 4:35 to like 8:30. That's when you're gonna make the most of your money.
So how can the people that are starting to get into this, how can they maximize their profits?
I have a lot to talk about that, but profit. So first thing is look at your orders, right? How DoorDash works is you get an order on your screen, right? It'll tell you how much you're going to get in terms of money, right? It can be more sometimes, because sometimes what DoorDash does is they add some of the tip afterwards. so people don't cherry pick on the number that's actually shown, right?
Yeah.
So how to maximize is the orders that you pick, you know. You got to be smart with the order selection. If you see an order that's like giving you $4, right, for like 4 miles, that is not an order that you you probably want to just stay away from that and those type of orders. Usually what I do is I usually go like, okay, if it's offering me $10, the maximum I'll drive for $10 is like 4 miles, 4 maybe 5 sometimes, right? Whatever's the quickest possible order, because you just want to go to the location and come back to the hot zone that you're in already. So it's all about order selection. Don't pick dumb orders. Maximize the mileage for how much money you're getting. In order to actually, you know, you are driving a car, so you also got to look at that, how many miles you're putting on and everything. So that would probably be the best way to maximize that.
Yeah.
DoorDash also has this thing where they usually lowball the hell out of some of the orders, right? Because some people don't tip, which is not good. They don't even tip. Sometimes I've gotten orders that I've gotten 0 tip in, which really kills the hourly wage that I'm about to get. But usually, if you're starting off new, then I would probably suggest that don't take these small orders, because if all the dashers that are working, if they all decline these orders that are like crazy low amounts for a lot of miles, it usually goes around all the dashers and they increase the pay for that specific order. So if no one takes it, they're gonna have to increase the pay. So that's another suggestion for any new dashers, which can also help you and all your other people, all the other dashers that are working.
Yeah. Okay. I guess like from what you said, it kind of ties into the question now. How can you maximize your time? You know, like, you know, for example, someone might want to just work the fewest hours and then make the most. You know, they could be a student or, you know, like a stay-at-home mom. So, what can they do?
Well, yeah, there's only 2 times during the day, right? 2 windows, right, that you can probably make the most money and are the busiest, which is lunchtime. It spans around from like 11 a.m. to, I would say, 2:30 p.m. That window is usually busy. And the next window was what I talked about before, the dinner time, from 5 to 8:30. Those are the busiest times that you're gonna make the most money. Between that, it's a very minimal orders, so you're not gonna get that many orders, and it's just people don't eat after lunch, between lunch and dinner. Some people might order a late lunch or early dinner, but the best time is those 2 windows for you to maximize your time if you don't have that much time to actually work. And,
Yeah.
You know.
All right, then, kind of like another question, you know, maybe some tips and tricks you can offer, you know, people out there that are doing this.
Yeah, the main thing is I would stick to an area you probably know better. I mean, when I started working, I didn't know any of the areas because I didn't drive through all these cities and before and just work 8 hours there, you know. So you don't, at the start, you don't really know the area and where to go. But after you start working and you'll start knowing the area, you don't even need to use a GPS to even get to that restaurant because you've been there so many times. That's a big like time saver if you think about it, right? You don't have to waste time like, oh, where's this place? Where do I park? You'll know that from the top of your head. And another thing is what I already said before, pick your orders wisely, right? Don't pick stupid orders. Pick ones that have half of the pay that's actually included. So if it's like $10, the most you're gonna drive is 5 miles. Or if it's $8, most you can drive is 4 miles. Pick those smart orders so you can maximize your profits, and also drive less and also save time.
All right, then. So on average, if you work 8 hours a day, because like a lot of people, sometimes they just want to get to the summary of something that they're watching on YouTube. How much would you make if you spend like 8 hours a day doing this?
See, those 8 hours,
because like a lot of Americans, they have that 9 to 5 mindset. So
yeah, but
if you could just give us that, yeah.
With this, with DoorDash, right? It's not really a 9 to 5 because no one's awake. No one's gonna get food that early. Usually people go to Dunkin' Donuts or something in the morning, right? To get their coffee or bagel or whatever, right? So you can't really start. If you start working at 9, you're probably not gonna make much until lunchtime.
Yeah.
You might get a few orders here and there, but like overall hourly rate that you're gonna get is not much. But if you want the extra, money, you can work more hours. But yeah, that's what.
Nice, man. Right on. Yeah. So he's got to deliver something. So you spoke about the time, you spoke about the money. Now there's some other questions. Do you see yourself doing this in the future? Do you have like another line of work? Where do you see yourself long term with this DoorDash thing?
Well, as of now, I'm just doing this because of course, because of Corona, many people lost their jobs. They can't find any jobs, right?
Yeah.
So I don't see me doing this long term. But it's a good way to make extra money for sure. Even if I do get a regular job, right, a professional job, but maybe I might just work after that job. I might just come and do some DoorDash for extra money, which is during the dinner time because most of your money is made in that time. I would say sometimes I make like $35 an hour dinner time.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to work for 8 hours. If you work in that 3 hours window, you'll probably make a decent amount on top of whatever you are doing during the day.
Cool. Well, a lot of good information you're telling us. So I guess final question would be is like, if someone else wanted to, do DoorDash, what would you recommend they do? Should they do this part-time, full-time? I don't know. What do you recommend?
Well, overall,
overall,
you can probably, it depends. If you have a good job, I wouldn't say you would quit that to do this. But if you have a job that probably, if you're working at like a supermarket or, a minimum wage job or like a little bit above minimum wage, this is definitely a better option for that. Because you do make a decent amount of money if you do this consistently. And even if you have a job, like I know people have weekends off, right? But for DoorDash, usually the weekends are when you get paid the most. So Saturday, Sunday, if you have off, you can do DoorDash. You'll make a decent amount of money on top of what you're already making.
So there you have it, folks. In a nutshell, that he described his DoorDash experience. If the viewers or subscribers have any questions, just put that. We'll see if we can maybe do a Q&A one day if you guys are really that interested. And we're just out here enjoying the day. This is the job, it's he just has his phone. You need a working car, and it's simple. So so this is DoorDash. Thanks for sharing this with us.
Yeah, no problem, anytime.